I want to present to you two case studies, two different homes, one with solar, one without solar. So let's say the first home decides to go solar. They invested $20,000 into their roof. So why do I say $20,000? Because $20,000 is the average cost of installing solar panels on your home today. So right off the bat, you can already see the difference between the electricity prices that they have to pay for using about 2,000 kilowatt hours a month. $280 versus $620. So, for the house that decide to go solar, what kind of returns are they going to be looking at? With just an initial $20,000 investment, they can actually see a return of about 4 to 5 years, where the system pays off for itself. And for the next 20 years or so, it's going to help them save up to about $100,000. So this is actually a 5 times return on their initial investment just by going solar. And why do I say 25 years? It's because solar panels are actually warranted for about 25 years, which means they can last for up to 25 years and even more if you actually maintain them well enough. So instead of having a fake family and fake homes, I'm going to show you guys right now a real-life example of a house that we actually installed solar for right here in Singapore. So this is a house that we installed, about 100 plus solar panels here in Singapore, but the picture's irrelevant. I want to bring your attention right now is to the bottom of the screen. This here is going to show you a day-to-day solar generation profile for a house in Singapore, exactly for this house. What you want to look at first is you want to look at the red colored line that cuts right across the graph. This is going to be your usage in your home, right? From your aircon to your fridge to your electrical appliances throughout the house. So this is going to be your running usage throughout the day. Of course, we all know that solar only works during the day. So in the morning or at night, solar is not going to work. So come 7 a.m., when the sun starts to rise in the sky, you're going to see a generation of solar energy all the way back down to 7 p.m. when the sun sets. So what is this blue over here? So when you see a blue line in your solar profile, this means that your house is completely powered by solar. You're not buying anything anymore from the grid, you're completely self-reliant, and you're not pulling energy from the grid. Now, what is this green line over here? This green line is actually my favorite thing. It's actually the most exciting thing. This is actually the excess energy generated from your solar PV system. So once it's been used in the house, this solar energy, excess energy, can actually be exported to the grid for credits, which I'll show you in the next slide. April 2024 bill. This is the bills that I'm pretty sure all of you guys are very familiar with. You've seen this on a month-to-month basis. These are your electricity bills. This is the exact same bill for the house I've showed you before with the same generation profile. The first thing you're going to notice when you go solar is there's going to be a new field up here. This is going to be the export field for your solar panels. Any excess solar energy generated will be shown over here. How much the grid is going to pay you is also going to be shown, and the total amount of credits that you're going to get just for selling back your solar energy. The rest of the bills will remain the same. Your import of electricity, which is your nighttime usage or your morning time usage before the sun is up, because those you can't really escape from, you still need to buy from the grid. You still have your water services, and of course you have your refuse removal. So I know you guys are all looking at, hey, I've never seen a negative bill before. What does a negative bill actually mean? A negative bill, simply to put it, it means the grid is going to pay you for your excess energy. So take, for example, this is my client's bill. He has generated a hefty amount of credits, and this in turn helps him to eliminate his import of electricity, which also flows down to help him eliminate his water bills and his refusal removal as well, leaving him with a negative bill. So at the end of every month, if you are constantly getting negative bills, you can actually approach SP, and you can actually request for a gyro payment, and they will actually pay this out to you in cash. So not only when you go solar, is electricity going to be free, you can also remove your water utility bills your refusal removal bills, and on top of that, you can also get paid just by going solar. So, going solar may not necessarily be a long and drawn-out or complicated process. It starts very simply. Approach a solar installer. They will draft out for you a design of your home. They'll give you a proposal. And upon this proposal acceptance, the installation itself does not take more than 3 to 5 days on average. 3 to 5 days. That's all it takes for us to install solar panels on your house. After which, there will be another 4 to 6 weeks for regulatory concerns. We will need to apply for an SP test date, where they will come down, do inspection on our system to ensure that our installation has been compliant to any safety or electrical regulations. So now I'm here to talk about some common misconceptions about going solar. We can go next slide. Do solar panels require a lot of maintenance? Now, I was in my booth over there. I've been hearing this question come up the most, so I'm going to be here to address this. Solar panels are actually one of the easiest things to maintain, I would say, in your house. Reason being, in order to make sure your solar panels are running perfectly, you just need to make sure that the panels are clean of debris, clean of dust. And luckily for us here in Singapore, we have abundant rainfall that actually promotes this self-washing of the solar panels. But in the event that your production is not good enough, we do advise maintenance once every 2 years. We'll come down, we'll do some light washing of the solar panels. We'll also do some system health check on the inverter, as well as other components. So you can ask me then, when is a good time for me to do maintenance? So we will always provide you a monitoring app that comes with every solar installation. One that you can actually just take out your phone, look at your system, and see how well it's generating. This monitoring app will be given to each homeowner when they decide to go solar, and it only not acts as a monitoring system. You will also be able to receive alerts or alarms in the event there is an issue with your system. I myself, as the installer, will be able to have access to this account, because if there's any issues, we will be the first one to actually approach you guys, and we will contact you and plan the next steps on how to rectify it the soonest as possible. Will installing solar panels damage my roof? Now, solar panels are not just carelessly chucked onto your roof and say, hey, go and generate electricity. The way that solar panel mounting structures are engineered is in such a way that the weight of the solar panels are distributed evenly across your roof, so that no one singular point will be bearing the full brunt of the weight of the whole array, which would then damage your roof. If you guys would like to find out more on how we actually mount our solar panels to your roof, we do have some mock-ups at our booth over there on the left side or your right side, where we do have some mock-ups of concrete roofs. We do have some mock-ups of tile roofs. And lastly, but not least, my favorite, metal roofs. If you're a metal roof homeowner, please drop by our booth later. I'll be more than happy to show you all this mounting. Can the solar system store energy? So I get asked this question a lot, actually, throughout all my site visits. They say, hey, Daryl, if I generate electricity during the day, am I able to use it at night? The answer actually is no, not without a battery system. Solar panels, or the solar system itself, has to immediately use the energy that is generated straight into your house, or any excess go back to the grid. But at this point in time, if we are talking about ESS, it's not a topic for today. It's something that I would be more than happy to talk to you at my booth, so you can find me there later if you would like. I will now return Satish to the stage to talk about the future of solar. Thank you, everyone.